Happy Wednesday! I'm Cece.
And I'm Liz. And this is
Lemme Call My Sis. And today we are recapping with Lise because she is officially moved in. We went to go see the place. I finally saw it. Oliver finally saw it for the first time. That poor man. I don't know how he was okay moving in somewhere without ever having seen it.
He trusts me.
I don't know why. I wouldn't. I fucking would not. Yeah, the day that we stopped by, it was fucking hectic.
It was so crazy, yeah.
It was insane. And then, like, we were trying to cross the street and helping unload stuff for you, almost getting hit by cars because it was at night already. It was just insane.
I was wondering because now that you actually bring that up, I'm like, I could have sworn I told her to help, and I don't think she did.
We did.
Oh.
We went to the van and we grabbed like the TV and then the trash can. Yeah.
Oh.
And then we met with Oliver out there. Because Oliver was pulling up and he parked behind the van.
Oh.
And then I came up to him and I was like, Oliver, whatever. And then he like turned and he was like all scared. He's like, bro, he's like, I thought you were a stranger. Did he not know that everyone was going?
No.
Okay, yeah, because he's like, what the fuck? He's like, I thought you were a stranger. Because I was like, Oliver! And I just like ran to him. Because he was like getting out of the car. And then as we're getting stuff and Oliver's grabbing stuff, then mom and dad pull up behind. And then I like walk up forward. And then Elena and Adam are running down the street with Nancy behind them. And I'm just like, oh, this is a whole family reunion today. Cool. Yeah.
I did not know that story.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. We all went over to see the new house. Madeline right away took me to her room to show me her room, show me her playroom. She said she's painting it blue. She says she's sharing it with sister. She was very excited.
Yeah. Everyone loved their bedroom yesterday when they came to the party. Everyone was like, oh, I love how it's connected because it's like two
That's
rooms.
what I'm telling you. It feels like one room. It feels like that's a separate part because it's all connected.
Right.
Yeah.
Because it's the two doors. Mm-hmm. It was really, they love it. They love it. Especially yesterday with the party. All the kids were having fun in there.
Oh my God.
It's a shit
was
show
it
right
trash?
now.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say with all the kids.
Right now, but it was fun. They had fun. But yeah, that day was chaotic. And I think I'm finally settled in.
Nice.
For the most part, now that I'm thinking of it, I still have a few stuff I have to unpack. But for the most part, I am so like, and now I just need to buy decorations because where we were living, you saw like there wasn't really much like stuff I could decor.
Yeah.
So now I'm able to actually decorate. So I just have to go decoration shopping for Halloween.
Yeah, I'm not really into the house decor. You know that I like basic plain walls for the most part. Aside from like art. I don't really want signs. I don't want.
Yeah, that's you.
I don't want any of that stuff.
My
you and
theme
Nancy.
is Disney, guys.
Yep.
Everything is
her bathroom
Disney.
is Disney.
Yes, it is. Mm-hmm. It's Mickey Mouse in the bathroom.
I like your soap dispenser
because it's the Mickey Mouse.
Yeah,
head.
her soap dispenser is like the it's a black like Mickey Mouse head.
Yeah,
I thought I like that one.
When
that
did
was
you
cute.
See that?
I didn't see it in person, but you sent me a screenshot of it.
Oh yeah, I was like,
you sent me a screenshot of it because you were like debating on what theme you were gonna want, and then you were like, because I already got the soap dispenser, and I was like, well, let me see it. And then you sent me a
remember
screenshot
now
of it.
because I'm like, I don't think you saw the bathroom, right?
No, so I haven't. I went that day, which was the day you were moving in. I haven't been back there since then.
Okay.
Yeah,
so
I've only been there once.
Last Sunday, so we mark a week today officially. And then yesterday we had a party. Mm-hmm. My boyfriend's mom turned an age on Wednesday, so she threw herself a party for yesterday, and it was like a housewarming, not really, but like birthday party.
Yeah.
So everybody got to see the house.
A weekend. A Mexican party right away. That's how it goes.
And it was like a whole thing.
I saw.
You saw
with the lights. I saw it on your story.
Light Madeline was obsessed with.
I imagine. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, it's good. We're settling in. I just have to go decoration shopping now. I'm so excited because we could do inflatables now.
Oh my God, in the front?
Yeah, because last year I got a witch for the Halloween.
Oh, I remember that. Yeah.
No, I didn't put it up.
Nancy has a witch.
So I
was like, somebody has an inflatable witch.
I have it. I just wasn't able to put it up because you know how it's a townhouse. I didn't have the side to.
No, you did the stickers.
I did the stickers.
I remember because you. Oh, I'm sorry. And you did have decorations.
I did have decorations. I just didn't have the inflatable because I had the witch hands with the candle
sticking out of the grass.
Yeah. I had all that. Now. It's just I didn't have inflatables. Yeah. But yeah, we could do that now. I'm so excited. Madeline's very excited too. As soon as we moved in, she's like, "We need to buy Halloween decorations."
That's what she said.
I'm like, Madeline, we don't I mean, we have some downstairs, and now she keeps bothering Oliver. She's like, we need our decorations out.
That's Lisa's daughter right there. That's all Madeline.
Yep.
I'm excited to decorate for Halloween. That's probably like the only one where I would want to decorate, aside from like a Christmas tree.
I need to buy a new Christmas tree this year.
I have one.
Yeah. Are you gonna give it to me?
I mean, I think I have to ask Dina because I think she has one.
But yours is skinny, isn't it?
No, it's pretty fluffy. Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah, I'll send you a picture of it.
Yeah.
That was when I was with my other roommate.
Oh,
And that was hers.
Oh.
Yeah.
The skinny one.
Yeah.
I don't like the skinny one.
Yeah, I don't either. But
I
that
like the
was her
fluffy
tree. That
ones.
wasn't my tree.
Yeah, I like the
No,
fluffy
my
ones.
tree. I feel like I sent you a picture of it. It was the one that I had in my old apartment when I was alone.
I don't remember it.
No, it's a fluffy one.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we'll see. Because
What?
mine went to shit.
Why?
Because you know how the basement over there, water would get in? Yeah, water got
it
in
ruined it?
It ruined
Oh,
my
that
tree.
sucks.
Oliver wants to get a real tree, but I'm not a big fan of real trees.
I know. Actually, no, she doesn't have a tree. That's what she does.
Real tree.
She gets a real tree. I'm pretty sure that's what she said, that she
yeah.
gets a real tree.
Oliver wants a real tree. But
Okay.
I'm like,
I've never
that
gotten a
attracts
real
like
tree.
insects and stuff, doesn't it?
I don't really know.
Yeah, because
I've never had a real
Me
tree.
neither.
I wouldn't know.
Maybe, just maybe. But anyways, your
We'll see.
turn. You went to what game?
Oh, I went to 2 White Sox games.
Boo.
Within Dad was very happy.
Yeah.
You know, he's the only White Sox fan in the family.
Yeah, everybody here goes for Cubs. Personally,
we don't give a fuck. The only reason why I associate with Cubs fans are because I like going to the games and then going to like Wrigley afterwards.
Yeah.
Like, it's for the experience. It's not because I'm a genuine Cubs fan.
The only time I
Like,
cared is when we went to the festival they did or a parade or whatever they did.
when they won the World
When
Series.
they
That was fun.
Yeah, that was fun.
That was
like,
fucking fun.
you remember me and
Yeah.
Lisa did like the whole makeup and everything?
We did too.
Yeah.
I did too. I did like, we did half of our lips
Yeah.
red and then the other half blue.
We like went out for that.
Yeah, we went all out. That's from that night is when I have my favorite picture of me, Nancy, and Tyler.
Oh, because you guys were fucked up.
We have a before picture of me, Nancy, and Tyler, and we're like all put together. I have my lipstick, like all the color, like the colored makeup that
Yeah.
we did and everything. And then at the end of the night, I have a picture of us 3 together, and we look so fucking wasted. Like we look so shit faced. And till this day, that's my favorite picture of
And
us.
now you're at a White Sox game.
Now I'm at a White Sox game.
They're
Yup.
free, aren't they now? The tickets?
I mean, they should be. Let me shut up because we're about to get hate. One of
no, but seriousness, I don't give 2 shits.
Yeah, I couldn't care less.
Yeah.
I don't like baseball.
Yeah.
I think it's very boring. Yeah.
It just doesn't interest me.
I feel like I don't really like watching sports, but if I'm gonna watch sports, it's basketball. Basketball I love to watch. Me and mom will get into it.
I
We
don't
love
like
watching it.
sports. I feel
That's
like I
the
get
only
into
one
it
though.
if I'm in person.
Yeah.
If I'm in person, it's different. But on TV, like I don't want to
No,
watch
in
shit.
person, even in person, I don't care about football. I don't care about
No.
baseball. The only sport that I will get into where I'm like actually paying attention and enjoying either on TV or in person is basketball.
Okay.
I
I
can't
like football.
I can't see myself. I don't understand it.
Because when I was in marching band, we
get
would
it.
go to the college football
Oh, well,
games, and those
yeah.
were fun.
Really?
Those were fun.
Oh, I'm going to a football
Personally.
game in like 2 weeks.
Are you? What game?
In Missouri.
Oh, is
Remember
that
I
where you're
told you?
going?
That's why we're going.
Oh, interesting. I
Yeah.
guess you'll see.
Yeah, I'll let you know.
Yeah,
I'll let
you'll
you
let
know
me
what I
know.
think. But yeah, we went to two White Sox games within 3 days. We went on Thursday and then we went on Saturday.
That was fun.
Yeah, which is funny because it was 2 completely different experiences. Because Thursday we went with his company, so they got one of those box suites.
Oh, exciting.
Yeah, that was an experience. That was fucking
That was
crazy.
your first time,
That was
right?
What the fuck would I go to a suite? Yeah, that was my first time. I was like, what the fuck is this? Like first of all, we walk in with everyone, right? And then when you're going to where the suites are, you go through an elevator, which I think I was telling you about.
Yeah.
How you go through an elevator and then once you get up, it's like regular hallways. Like you don't even feel like you're in a stadium. It feels like you're in a building of some kind. So then it's like a hall. It's a regular hallway that has like bathrooms. It's like an office building almost. You're walking down the hall and each suite has like the door to get in. But then in the hall, there's like the bathrooms and everything.
So you get more privacy there.
A lot more privacy. Yeah. So we walked in and we're like meeting everyone from his company, and they had food there. They had drinks for us. And then obviously they have the row of like the seats where you could sit.
Yeah.
And then in the back, there's like a couch with like another TV. Then there's like these high top little tables. It's like a whole little lounge that you have behind. So you could be back there hanging out, or you could be up front and sitting. Does the TV
have the game?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. There's like there's a TV on top in front of the rows, and there's another TV back where the couch is. So if you want to like lounge around and hang out there, you could still watch the game. And then so we did both. We were like in the back for some of the part, and then we went to go sit like in the first row for towards the end of the game. That was cool. And then they brought a dessert cart.
Oh God.
Which was my favorite part. They brought out a dessert cart, and I had the carrot cake, and that was really good. But you could get anything that you wanted on there. And then him and this other guy that he just met that day from his company, they got us these shots of these things that were inside of a chocolate cup. It was a chocolate shot glass, and it had this liquor in it that started with a K. I don't remember. It's like a coffee based liquor. I'm trying to remember.
Tried that at
Kahlua, something like that. You tried it?
The Dunkin' one.
Okay, I don't know. It starts with a K. That's gonna bother me.
Yeah.
Can you look it up? It starts with a K. It's KH, I think, and it's a coffee liquor. And they gave us the shot in an edible like little chocolate shot glass, and it was really cool. Are you able to find it or no?
No.
It's just type in
Kahlua?
Yeah, Kahlua. Okay, that's what I said. No.
I don't know what you said.
I think that's what I said. But yeah, so it was little chocolate made shot glasses, and it had that liquor inside it, Kahlua inside of it. So we took the shot, and then we ate the chocolate cup. Yeah,
it's not bad. Like the Dunkin'
I don't drink coffee
bad.
though,
Yeah.
so like for me it was like it was not good. But the experience was cool. Everyone that we met was really nice, really easy to talk to. But yeah, it was definitely
an experience,
a different experience than what I'm used to. But the view. Oh my God.
I don't even the picture you sent me was really pretty.
And that's like the picture did not do it justice. We walked in, and like he was introducing me obviously to everyone. So like we're shaking hands and stuff. And then we walk forward, and I walk up, and I just look up and I see it. And I looked at him, and I was like, this doesn't even look real. It does not look real. Like the videos, the pictures, none of it do it justice. The view was fucking insane.
Yeah.
It looked fake.
I'm dead.
But like it was really nice. So that was Thursday, and then Saturday we went to another game because it was his dad's birthday. So I went with his family. So
his family goes for the White Sox.
His family, except his mom, and she made a point to tell me that she's a Cubs fan.
Okay.
She's a Cubs fan. But yeah, so it was me, him, his parents, and then his sister, her husband, the baby. Like it was.
So last week, Christina announced that she's in a relationship.
Oh yeah, whatever. Okay, it went great. But yeah, we had a good time. We tailgated for a while first, and then we were like running late to the game, so we were out there, and then went in, and then afterwards we wanted to go back to tailgating, and then we were playing bags, you know those things, drinking. And then they kicked us out because they said the parking lot was closing, so we had to leave. Yeah, okay. But it was fun. So that was Saturday, and then
she had an eventful weekend.
Yeah, it was. When I tell you the level of exhaustion by Sunday, but I'll get to that. So Thursday we had the Sox game with his company. Saturday we had the Sox game with his family, tailgated, and then Sunday we drove to Frankfurt for the Frankfurt Fall Fest. So we were out there. We spent,
which I wanted to go to, and I was so bummed that I couldn't.
Dude, it was so cool.
I know.
Like the girls would have loved it. It's
was
huge.
Posting about it. I was like,
first of all, this is Frankfurt, so I was expecting something like small.
Yeah.
You know, so when we pulled up and we're like walking through, I was like, no, that shit was huge. Like, you would have loved it. The girls would have loved it. So we like walked through. I got these 3 earrings that I'm wearing are from there.
Cute.
Yeah, I spent like 30 minutes in that one. Patrick found a chair to go sit in, like behind the lady who was the vendor. She let him borrow her chair because of how long I was going through every single pair of earrings to find the perfect one. Yeah.
Like I said, she's a special case, guys.
Whatever. He did the same thing with these like little glass figurine things that he collects. Yeah. So it was both of us. Kind of. He has like a few. But anyways.
They're going to be doing that TikTok trend where my boyfriend is going to show you his collection and you better be nice.
Oh my God. I have seen those. Those are so fun. Maybe we do that one. Yeah. I've seen those. Those are funny.
Yeah.
So we went through the Frankfurt Fall Fest. We were hanging out, and then we had dinner with his parents and his aunt and his uncle because that's when it was his dad's actual birthday.
Okay.
So we all went to dinner there at a place called Fat Rosie's.
Oh, I've heard of it.
Fat Rosie's Taco and Tequila Bar.
I
think that's what it's called. Dude, the margaritas were great. We had margaritas, and then we told them that it was his dad's birthday. So did you see they brought out the plane with the shots on there?
Did not see.
You didn't see that?
No.
Yeah, they brought out
this was Sunday, right?
This was on Sunday.
Moving.
Oh yeah. So they brought out this plane, like the plane that you've seen in like those Hispanic
the ones
bars.
where they're dancing.
Yeah,
where we saw it, Tequila.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. That exact one. They brought out the plane with those were double shots. Those were not. Those glasses were like this of tequila. So they brought out the 6, which I had told them afterwards. I was like, I thought when we were gonna go out to dinner with your parents and your aunt and your uncle, I didn't think we were gonna end up taking shots. That's not what I was expecting from that night. So they brought that out. They made him put this like giant like skull mask on. I have to show you pictures. I thought you had seen.
No.
Yeah. So it was a really good time, and we were drinking. We got margaritas, got the shots. The food was good too. Everything was cool. And then they were all gonna stay to see some of the live music, but by that time we had just had 2 exhausting days. So I was like so fucking tired, and he was too. So, and then that's when I called you to see like an update with you guys, and I was like, well, we're driving back to the city. Like, she's on the way. So maybe we just stop by so that we can see your house.
Yeah.
And then I was like, but also I'm fucking exhausted. So I was like, so if you're like tired, that's totally valid. So we both, I think, were tired, but then we were also kind of like, well, like it's on the way. Like, might as well just do it now.
I think it worked out good, though.
It worked out good. So then we ended up stopping by, and that's when we had like our whole little family reunion at your place.
Yeah.
Got to meet everyone, saw your house, did a quick tour, and then we finally went home. Cause we were fucking.
It was a long weekend.
We were exhausted. Yeah. But yeah, it was a good weekend. It was just packed, but
mine was literally packed.
Yeah, yours was actual packing and unpacking.
Yeah, literally. And I worked the next day.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
it was fun. But I'm settled in now.
Yeah.
And you had a good weekend. So
I did. I stay having a good weekend.
Like I said, guys, follow her Instagram.
Yeah. Yeah. So anyways, that brings us to the way we start off every episode, which is with a would you rather question. Today, it's back to Lise. We'll see if it's as good as mine was. Mine was messy.
Yours definitely messy.
All right, what's yours?
You were trying to get me in trouble.
Yes,
okay,
ma'am.
ready?
Yeah.
This one's a little deep.
Oh, God. I wanted
Would
lively.
you rather know your parents as adults or as children?
Would you rather what?
Know your parents as adults or as children? Like, if you could only pick one, would you know them as adults like how we are now? Or when we were children and, like, they were doing everything for us, taking us everywhere, giving us a good childhood?
But what do you mean by would you rather see them?
No.
Like, would you rather know them?
Know your parents.
I don't get that, though, because we did know them when we were little, and we know them now.
I didn't mean to get that deep, Christina. You're overthinking it.
I don't understand the question.
You're overthinking it. Like,
what do you mean?
You had to choose between knowing them when you're a child or
but
knowing
I did. I already did that. I knew them when I was a child, and I know them as an adult. So,
and which one do you prefer?
What do you mean? I don't have that's just life. What do you mean?
Oh my God.
What do you mean? Which one do I prefer?
You know how people say, like, there's a thing people say that as you get older, you appreciate your parents more than when you were children.
Yeah, 100%.
Right?
Yeah.
So then if you only got to know them, or like, let's say if you only remember them as adults, or you only remember them as children.
But am I knowing them as children from like my adult perspective? Like I would see how they are, like I could go back and see what they were like
Correct.
now with my current like
Yes.
mindset.
Correct.
Oh, okay, I get what you're saying. Yeah, I would love to go. There's so many, this could be like a deeper conversation,
Yeah,
for sure,
it
because
can.
there's so many things that I was just talking about this, how I look back at it now, because obviously when you're growing up, you're a child.
Yeah.
So you're not really seeing things, right? You're
Yeah.
seeing things, but like for you, that's just your life.
Yeah.
Those are your parents. So for you, everything that you're seeing, everything that your parents are doing, that's normal to you. You don't have anything to compare it to,
Right.
because you haven't like experienced life. You haven't experienced anything else. So for you, that's just how, in your head, you're probably like, this is how every family is. This is
Yeah.
how every parent is. This is how all of your
Yeah.
siblings are. You don't really like think about, oh, that's interesting that they do this way, or that's interesting that we're experiencing this. You don't think about any of that. So I feel like in the past, maybe 3-4 years, I feel that I reflect a lot on my childhood, and not necessarily just when we were little, but just everything.
Yeah.
And I feel that I pick mom's brain a lot now. And sometimes I'll tell her, I'll be like, so from our perspective, like when we were growing up, like you guys seemed great. You know, we were happy. You guys looked happy to us. I was like, were you guys that solid, or did you guys have issues? Like, did you guys struggle? Because obviously we didn't see that, and
Yeah.
I'm glad we didn't. But I'm sure there was things.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
so I've always been fascinated with looking back and analyzing our childhood and like their relationship, and now noticing things that I can see as an adult that
Yeah.
I didn't obviously notice and was able to see when I was younger.
Yeah.
So I love the idea of, I would love to be able to see it from like from my perspective now. I would love to see our childhood and like what our parents were like with us. Because now I can like see it from a different
Yeah.
like lens kind
Yeah.
of than when
You're
we were
saying
little.
that you would rather like know them as a child, but with your mindset now.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I would want. I
Yeah.
would love that. I would love to just observe their relationship.
I think so too, because I think like it's normal growing up and like being like, oh my God, I hate my life. Like, oh my God,
of course. Yeah.
because you don't know any better,
Yeah.
right? So I feel like if you had your mindset that you have now as a child, you would enjoy your childhood 10 times more.
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because especially kids, like they're like, oh my God, I can't wait till I'm 18. I could do whatever I want, this and this and that. And then you turn 18 and you're like, fuck, I want to be a kid.
You're like, I should have enjoyed it
I
more.
should've-
I don't know why I wanted this. Yeah.
I want to be a kid again.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know why, but like on my TikTok, it's been showing me a lot of like old Disney. And like, what is that term? Nostalgia?
Yeah. Nostalgic.
Yeah.
Like you're feeling nostalgic.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh my God. Like, it'll show me like when we were kids, this is what we were watching when we were waiting to get older.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Yeah.
oh my God, that's so true. And now we're here. And I want to be a kid again.
Yeah. Yeah. I wish I could relive it. But like, I love thinking about how there's so many things that I'm sure our parents were going through that we had no clue.
No.
And I admire that. And I hope that one day, you know, if I have kids, it's the same thing, to where when they look back at their childhood, all they remember is like, no, my parents were like, they loved each other every single fucking day. They
Yeah.
never had issues.
Yeah.
Obviously they had issues.
Everybody
Obviously they
does,
went
yeah.
through things, but I think it says a lot about them as parents that we never,
Yeah.
I never questioned it. I never
Yeah.
felt like tension between them. I never
Right.
felt like things were not okay between them. They always seemed
Good.
seemed good. They seemed like
Yeah.
your typical like happy couple,
and that's
happy
like
marriage.
one of my goals that I have now that I have kids, that
Yeah.
I want the girls growing up thinking like, we're always good.
Yeah.
You know, I don't ever, and until this day, like, I don't like to fight over that, like, with them there. I don't like to, like, argue with them there. I don't like to show them that side yet, because they all grow
Okay,
too
can
quickly.
we talk about that? Because
Yeah.
I find it, I overanalyze things a lot, and I think it's because right now I don't have kids, so I'm always interested in seeing like what I think I would want when I do have kids. So
Okay.
then I see like maybe you and Nancy
Yeah.
and like the differences and everything. So from one side of me, I'm like, I think it's great if your kids never see you argue, never see whatever, like always think you're solid, always think you're happy,
Yeah.
always thinks right. But at the same time, on the flip side, I'm kind of like, well, is that ideal, or is it also good to show them what a disagreement in a healthy relationship looks like? Not deep, not
Yeah.
anything like crazy, but like a part of me kind of thinks, don't you think it would be beneficial for them to be able to see what a healthy way to like resolve something looks
I
like,
think
you know?
as they get older, like Madeline right now, she doesn't agree with me with everything.
Yeah.
So that's when I feel like they learn it, because then me and her will sit down and she'll either like throw a fit,
Yeah.
or she'll just question me.
Yeah.
And that's where I feel like that comes in, because you sit down with her. At least me, I like sit down with her and I try to like explain it to her, because I know she doesn't necessarily understand everything
Yeah.
right now, but I still try to show her like we could disagree and still be okay with it. And not necessarily like throw a whole fit over it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So even like with me and Oliver, like if it's a disagreement like that we're just talking about, we'll talk about it. But like if it's turning into like an argument, like no.
Of course, yeah.
We'll save that until like the girls aren't here. They go to sleep, whatever.
So
whatever.
so you guys do have disagreements in front of the girls?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. What like what?
Honestly, I don't remember.
Like a hypothetical. Like what's hypothetically something that you would be okay with like talking about in front
like,
of them?
right now, the girls wake up and they want to have ice cream for dinner or
Right.
for breakfast.
Okay.
I'm like, no, it's too early, and then like go back and forth between that, or
Yeah.
like the girls want to go outside and it's raining or something.
Yeah.
You know, something like that.
Yeah.
Where me and
he's
him-
like, oh, let him.
yeah. And I'll
Okay.
be like, no, like they're gonna get sick. No, but they're kids. Blah blah blah.
Yeah.
Like we'll go back and forth,
Okay.
but not necessarily argue.
Of course, yeah.
Like disagree, and then we like come into
An
solution.
agreement, yeah.
An agreement.
And you do that in front of them.
Yeah.
See, things like that. I mean, I could be wrong. I don't have kids, and I don't know
Yeah.
if I'll feel differently when I have
Right.
kids. But I would think that that's a good thing.
Yeah.
Because I think because also I wouldn't want to give them a false idea of what love looks like,
Yeah.
if that makes sense.
Right.
Because I also think there's sometimes those families where they kind of like in Desperate Housewives, Brie
Yeah.
and her husband,
The
how
perfect
how
family,
like
yeah.
all she cared about was this image of perfection.
Yeah.
Was it actually perfect?
No.
No. And like, so, but what if from her kids' perspective they did believe that it was perfect?
Yeah.
And then they go off, they get older, they have relationships, and obviously in relationships you're gonna have conflicts. You're gonna have a day where you just have an off day.
Yeah.
Maybe the other person's not feeling well. Maybe you're not feeling well. You guys are just not really getting along. Whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. So then I think that can cause then to when the kids grow up and they're in a relationship and they have that first conflict or whatever, they might be like, oh no, this isn't good, because you're
You
in a
know what's so
relationship
funny
and people who
is
love each
I
other
was
don't
like
do that. Really?
Yeah.
Okay, this is great. 'Cause
This is great.
That's in my head. That's what I think
Yeah.
happens when you do that.
Yeah, because honestly,
Okay.
growing up, like at least for me, you know, like mom and dad never hit me. They never like,
Of course, yeah.
agreed, like
Well,
disagreed, like
you.
yeah, whatever.
They hit me and Auntie.
Yeah.
And I still
Like,
think that
I
was a
felt
mistake.
Like, till this day, well, not till this day, but like till that day where my first argument with my partner was, I thought like that was a red flag. I'm like, no.
If you had a disagreement?
Yeah, because I'm like, my parents never did this. Like, this isn't what I saw. So, but I'm also like a very emotional person, and I'm an overthinker, right?
She's a Scorpio, y'all.
Yeah.
For y'all know that, for you guys out there that know about horoscopes, y'all know they are emotional as fuck. They think with their feelings, they think with their heart, not with their brain.
Are you done?
Yep.
Okay. Anyways.
I mean, y'all, you stayed throwing shade at me these past episodes. It was time for me to reciprocate. Go ahead.
Yeah, I feel like since I grew up in a household where mom and dad didn't show that, I felt like
Didn't
that
show
was-
what? Conflict?
Yeah, like
Okay.
there was issues.
Yeah.
Like even just like you said, a disagreement, not necessarily. Like I do remember like every here and there a slip up, but like for the most part,
Like, I can't pinpoint.
right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I'm like, damn, is that really something normal? Or is that like, all right, this is something I should reconsider,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
But then as I got older, like, I'm like, no, like, maybe it's not exactly how mom and dad had it, but it's still healthy.
But do you feel like that's what you were striving for? Because that's what you saw from mom and
Yeah.
dad?
Yeah,
Okay.
because that's what I saw from mom and dad. So I'm like, no, like that's how it's supposed to be. And I've always told you, I've always liked mom and dad's relationship.
Yeah,
That's
of course.
something I wanted.
Everyone, our friends, family,
Yeah.
everyone has always like admired their relationship because they have a great relationship.
I always wanted that too, but I never really, until I got older, realized like that's not necessarily what's really going on.
Yeah.
They just like hit it well. And that's like,
and I don't even think they tried on purpose though. I don't think they did it with the intention of hiding.
No.
I think they did it with that intention where it's like, this is between us.
Yeah.
We're not bringing the kids into it, you know?
Right. So I felt like I really like that. And like to this day, like even with the girls, like I don't want to show them like when we're arguing, disagreeing or anything. Like a disagreement like that, it's fine. Like just the other day. But in
a respectful way.
Right. Like just the other day, he wanted to buy something. Like, no, that's unnecessary right now. Like, do you really need that? Like, no, you don't need that right now. Like, you know, stuff like that. But not necessarily like, oh my God, you did this.
Yeah, of course.
Like a whole argument. Like, I just don't like that.
Yeah.
Me personally. And I wouldn't want my girls seeing that, especially with them because they already have anger issues because they came from both of us. So I'm like, I don't need I don't need them to see that. That's facts. You know? Mm-hmm. Yeah, that is facts. Yesterday, someone at the party was like, oh my God, Kaylee looks like such a sweet girl. I'm like, girl, piss her off. She's Kaylee the one that don't be beat listening. The
shit out of you.
Yeah, she don't be listening, but wanting to boss everyone around.
Adam.
Yeah.
No.
Just to this morning, she's like, Madeline, you need to sit down and eat. Madeline, sit down. Eat. Yeah.
Last time she was getting mad at Adam because he wasn't paying attention because she was trying to take a picture of him. And she was like, Adam, jeez. And at first she started off playing. She's like, Ada, cheese. And then he was not, Ada, cheese. And she's like getting mad. She's like, motherfucker, you better smile right now. I'm like, Kaylee is hilarious.
Yeah, she is. But yeah, so I feel like as me personally, I do want them to see, and maybe when they get older, even see like a small argument, you know. Yeah. But like when
just
they understand,
to see how.
And just to see like we're not gonna be hitting each other or like. What I want is for them not to see like a toxic environment, you know. I want them to grow up knowing what the standards are, like we did, you know. Right.
I agree with that. I like that a lot. And I also like the fact that I kind of think that that's how mom and dad did it in a way because during our upbringing, when we were younger, I can't pinpoint a single argument, right? I can't pinpoint a single time where I remember seeing them like very unhappy or like if they were bickering a lot or anything along those lines. I don't have any memory of that. But then as we got older, like past high school, once we were turning into adults, I feel that there was a bit of a shift where I feel that they started including us when there was issues. And I respect that. I like the fact that mom and dad have never made us, especially as we got older, never made us feel like because we're the kids, we don't have any value to share. We don't have any knowledge to bring. Like they've always respected our opinions and always made it feel like, hey, we're a family. So just because we're the parents doesn't mean we're the only ones that have the right perception or the right decision, like the right ideas. Like you guys are our kids, and sometimes maybe you guys have a different perspective that can help us. And I feel like they've always been very open to us and like sharing our opinions, even with their relationship. Like they've grown a lot also, I think, because of us, because we've pushed, like, especially me and you a lot, have pushed us to where our family dynamic as a whole, we're like, hey, we need to be healthier, like with a healthier mindset. We need to communicate better. We need to set better boundaries or better this. And I feel like mom and dad have always been so receptive of that and have never made us feel like they don't respect our opinions and like our thoughts. They've always heard us out, and they've always been willing to sit down and talk about like, hey, what do you think is a good way to like raise a kid? What do you think like is this or whatever? Like they've just always valued our opinions and I've always appreciated that. So I feel like as your kids get older, maybe you do start introducing things and showing them different perspectives and taking in their opinions and their perspectives.
Well, like us because Madeline's obviously older and she understands more than Kaylee. Yeah. But like it's as simple as dinner. Like, Madeline, what do you want to eat for dinner? Right. Madeline, what do you want to eat for breakfast? You know, or do you want to go to the movies? Or like, let's go take your sister here. Let's do this. Like, we always try to include her in our decisions. And if she doesn't agree, then we like try to reason with her and be like, well, why don't we all do this? Because this is what Kaylee would enjoy too, and
See,
like what
I
we
like
all
that.
enjoy. And she does understand sometimes, but again, she's 4, so sometimes she'll be like, "No, like I want to do this."
But Madeline impresses me though because she's not a kid that, not that you would, but I'm saying like if you ever wanted to hit her or
No.
something, right?
No.
Intellectually, I don't even think that would make an impact for her because Madeline is very like, she's a really smart kid to where I think she responds so much better to you sitting down and explaining to her.
It's true.
If you can explain it to her and you can make it click, she's good.
Yeah.
She's like, okay, that makes sense. But you have to know
How to talk to her.
how to be able to help her make that connection.
Yeah.
But if she makes that connection, then she gets it.
Yeah.
And she's like, actually, yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
It's not a big deal.
No.
It's like
Just this morning we had pozole left over from yesterday, and she didn't want to try it, but I'm like, Madeline, it has chicken, like you're gonna try it, right? And she tried it. She's like, oh, this isn't so bad.
That's Madeline. That's her.
She's like, this is actually good.
Oh my god, that baby.
Yeah. So I think as far as me, like that's what I'm already doing with Madeline, and like, she sees disagreements. She never seen arguments. And I think as she gets older, maybe we'll show her like a small argument where we're not like attacking each other, but like a normal one, a small one. And then she could see something a little healthier too.
Yeah. I like that. I like that a lot. Cool. Well, we'll check in again once I have kids and then we'll see. And then we'll see if my perspectives change. But I like that. I align with all of that. And I think that if I had kids, that's the kind of like parenting style I would want to use with them too. Yeah. I think it's a healthy.
Well, you won't know until you have your kids, but like you always have an idea. Like now that you see me and Nancy, you could choose what you like and what you don't like from both of us. Yeah.
And now I could take from mom and dad. Yeah. I could take from you. Right. I could take from Nancy and kind of see like, okay, I see the way that affects this kid. I see the way this affects that kid. And it kind of confirms or changes my mind about certain things that I like, certain ideas that I had in my head. So it's nice because I get to see all the trial and errors before I have my...
Thanks.
Oh my God. Yeah. But yeah, I agree with that. All right. So as you guys know, we end every episode with an inspirational quote or story. And we are going to be hearing from Lisa again.
Ready?
Yep.
It says, if you're brave enough to say goodbye, life will reward you with a new hello. Oh. I really like that one.
That's a good one.
Because sometimes people think goodbye means a relationship or friendship. No. Yeah.
You know, I fear loss.
Yeah, you do.
I have
but like that goodbye could mean goodbye to an old house. Like because I hate saying goodbye to houses. You do. I get attached quickly. Yeah. But like, look,
I don't get attached to a house.
No, but you get attached to people.
People, yeah. 100%.
You get attached and like it's like one door closes, another door opens is what it's basically saying, right? Like us, like we said goodbye to that house. I don't want to. I would rather have like stuck through all that shithole than leave because I got attached to it. Right. But look at where we're at now.
Because you're like, it's familiar. I know how to deal with it. Yeah.
And now we're somewhere new and the girls are obsessed with it. So it was like a new hello to them and they're enjoying it. You know what I mean? It could be a house. It could be a job. It could be a fucking car.
Just anything.
Just anything.
Yeah.
And it'll reward you with a new hello. And I really like that.
I love that. I feel like materialistically, I have that down.
Yeah.
I'm not attached to shit. It's people. Yeah. To where I don't let myself get attached because I'm scared of having to say that goodbye and caring. Right. To where I'm like, well, I don't really give a shit about you. So if you leave, it's whatever. But no, goodbyes are tough for me. Yeah. I like that though. I like it.
That was a good one.
Be brave enough to let go and then you'll be rewarded with something new. I like it. I'm going to keep that right here.
Put it in your back pocket.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I think that's all we have for this week's episode. If you enjoyed, like, subscribe, follow, share, all of that. If you want to follow us on any social media, everything is at Lemme Call My Sis. We hope you have an amazing week and we will see you in the next episode.
Bye.
Bye.